In this session, we will see about don't care types, and it is represented by capital X. We are going to simplify a Boolean expression using K-map, and the expression will have the don't care types also. In general, we use ones for representing the min time, that is the product time, and zeros for representing max types, that is the sum type. And we will simplify the logic expressions. If it is in SOAP form, we use 1, and if it is POS, we use 0 for representing each max type. And those cells in K-map which does not contain 1 are assumed to be 0. And also those cells in K-map which does not contain 0, that means in POS form, which are not mapped to 0 is assumed as 1. However, there are some cases when certain combinations of input variables do not occur, or outputs corresponding to certain combinations of input variables do not matter. In these situations, the designer has to decide upon whether a 1 or a 0 has to be assigned as output for each of such combinations. And this condition is known as don't care type, or the cells which contain the don't care symbol are known as don't care cells. So the don't care cells, we can assume this don't care cells to be either as 1 or 0. We don't want to care about that. We can assume it to be either 1 or 0 depending upon which type of expression we are using. If we are using SOAP expression, we can assume don't care to be 1. If we are using POS expression, we can assume don't care to be 0. We will see an example to simplify a Boolean expression having don't care types. So first question, sigma m of 0, 1, 2, 3, 7, 11, 14 plus d of, d stands for don't care, and small m for min times. These are the min times. So this is SOAP form because sigma m stands for sum of min times. This is SOAP min times, and the don't care times are 4, 6, 15. So we will draw the K-map. We will map to 1 in the corresponding min times. There is 0, 1, 2, 3, then 7, 11 and 14. So these are the min times. Since this is SOAP expression, we are mapping to 1. And we have to use the don't care symbol for these don't care times. That means 4 is a don't care, then 6 is don't care, and 15 is don't care. So this is how we have to map. Now we have to group. Our aim is to group all the ones, not don't care. Our aim must be to group all the ones. Each one should be present in at least one group. And another thing is don't care can be 0 or 1. As I told earlier, don't care we can assume it as 0 or 1. Since this is SOAP expression, we can assume don't care as 1. And we can use this don't care to group the ones to form a larger group. And it is not necessary that all don't cares should be grouped. We can use don't care with combining with 1 to form the larger group. For example, here these 4 ones is one group. Next group can be, you can see here, this one can be formed with these 4 cells, because these 2 don't cares can be treated as 1 to group this one. That's the use of don't care. We can use don't care to group 1, that means to form the larger group. And finally there is one more group, and that is this one. This one can be grouped along with the don't care and 1 to form the larger, that means 4 cells. And these are the 3 groups. Now we will see the simplification. For the blue group, it contains all the row. So the row value is 1 multiplied by the column value. Column value C is 1 and D is 1. Now for the green group, second row and third row, A is changing, so we don't want to take. B is 1, so B multiplied by last two column. C is same and D is changing, so D we don't want to take D, so C is 1, so B into C. And finally the red group, the row value only one row, that is A0 B0, that means A bar B bar multiplied by column value, it is occupying all the columns, so column value is 1, so it is A bar and B bar. So the final simplified expression y is equal to A bar B bar plus BC plus CD. So this is the final answer. We will see one more example. Pi of m of 0, 3, 9, 10, 12, 13 dot d of 1, 2, 4, 11, 15. So first step is to draw the K-map. So we will map the corresponding max terms. The question is product of max term. So this is pos 4. We have to map it to 0. The first cell, then third cell, 9th cell, 10th cell, 12 and 13. And next is the don't care, that is first cell, second cell, fourth cell, then 11th cell and 15th cell. Now we have to group. First the top 0. So our aim is to group all the zeros, not all the don't cares. Don't cares can present in a group or they can be left ungrouped. That's not our matter. Our matter is our interest is to group all the zeros. So first 0, this can be grouped like this, because if there is something a don't care or 0 here means we can group like this. We can group like this 8 cell, but it is not available there, so we cannot take that. Next this 0, only there is a possibility of having two cells, either this or this. But the top one, don't care, we don't need. If we group like this, two zeros will come in a group. So this is a better choice. Now the remaining two zeros are there. This 0 can be grouped as this 4 cells. Don't care can be assumed as 0 here. In order to group this 0, don't care can be assumed as 0. So this 4 cells can be combined to form a group. And finally there is only one more cell, that is this 0, final 0. That can be grouped with 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top. We can have 4 cells, bigger cell. So we will see the equations. First the blue group, first row and last row. It is spanning first row and last row. If we see B is the one we have to take, it is not changing, and the value is 0. Therefore it is B. Since it is pos, 0 means B. Plus column value C is not changing, D is changing. So we cannot take D. And B is and C is same in both columns. See, the value of C is 1, therefore C bar. Now next group, this group, last two row, if we check, A is not changing, that is A bar, plus second column and third column we check, D is there, that is D bar. D is 1 in both cases. And now this group, this green group, only one row, that is A bar plus B bar, because A and B are 1, plus first column and second column, if we check C, the value of C equal to 0 is not changing. And finally the top first group, the row is same, A plus B plus there is no column value because it is spanning all the 4 columns. So column value will be 0 in the case of pos. So A plus B plus 0 is A plus B. So final answer, y is equal to A bar plus B bar plus C into a plus b into a bar plus d bar into b plus c bar. So this is how you use don't care to simplify a Boolean algebra or Boolean expression.